Hi, good evening. I am Gatsu Kilkaran. I'm here this evening on Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. With a message. I couldn't find, realistically, a way to say this directly, so I had to write it into a poem because, frankly, it's a lot. And for those of you who are about to watch this and hear me read this, and watch me go through the phases of reading this poem, it's a ride, especially if you can relate to it. I will say, for future reference, my poems always hit a little harder than anticipated. They always have an unknown or unpredictable side effect of affecting specific people specific ways. That in mind, this poem is about heartache this Christmastide. I haven't named it. In fact, you in the comments, if you want to, may suggest a name. So without further ado, let us begin. Christmas hues of red and green, white of snow and wintry saint, seem to be the centerpiece of a hidden color, bold and true, hidden by the other few. A shade of blue deep and morose, one that seems far too close, one that stalks and walks behind, closing in during holiday time. When we should feel closest, we feel furthest. To those whom we've lost, their presence hurts us. And so like a riptide, ere the sleigh bells ever ring, we find ourselves crying by the sink. Silently wiping away all those tears as someone we love and don't want to worry draws near. The smile we cast, relief held behind, held temporarily at bay the storm behind. The lights in the house remind you of loss. The fact that our time on this earth has a cost. By the end of night, we're alone, exhausted and chilled and weary to the bone. Substances we normally don't soundly consume seem to have replaced the scent of our room. Feverish, tired, we ache and yearn for sleep, overeating for the evening and emotional exhaustion still creep. Yet the ache of the heart seems to stay, not stilled by the silence at the end of the day. Yes, you danced, you smiled, you sang along, you kept the rhythm of every draining song. Drank the mead, down the nog, took shots to a savior you feel is long gone. An empty chair, remaining cold and quiet, it seems that all conversation is silent. The war in your mind, still waging on. Remember, this evening many you love aren't gone. For some of you, it may not be a human being. For some of us, it's a furry or scaly thing. But remember above all to keep you from fall, that many feel this way, if not us all. The ache of the past, and what came before, feel like a dreaded knot hanging above the new Christmastide store. Perhaps the real answer isn't to stay quiet and alone, to think that the season is all about smiles and bones. Maybe we should sit and listen for once. Maybe pass around a quiet bottle of wine and some blunts. Talk about the ache, let forth the flood. Because in the end, we'd all rather tears than more spilt blood. So don't bottle it up, let it all flow. The explosion at the end isn't what life is for. Forget going and screaming, coming out blind. Go in for the ride and take with you what you find. Because at the end of the year we regret. We regret to look back at the things for which we fret. Because as we sat at the dinner table this evening, we all knew deep down what we were feeling. This isn't political, or even right or wrong. Human decency is the goal of this writing. We've all lost too many. We all ache of hunger during the season of plenty. We've all been dehumanized and monetized. The things for which we no longer are prized are lost to the age and the changing of tides. Your tears this evening are highly justified. Perhaps we should break the glass facade behind which we all hide. I was surprised, genuinely, that I was able to read that without breaking. First time I read it aloud, even while I was writing it just now. It hurt. Now, one thing is clear about my poetry. I write everything on the spot. Everything I write as I feel. I figure it's kind of strange, but, I mean, what it is what it is. So, now I gotta figure out how I'm going to post this, or even if Google will let me post this. It is a 5.5-minute video, so shouldn't be an issue. Got locked out of my main Google. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, now that all that's said, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. If I decide to post again, Air March, I will, well, whoever sees this will know, because, I don't know, I'm sure you subscribed. Because, I mean, hell, what do you have to lose? I mean, what does it cost you, really, to subscribe to an old nerd? Or, well, not an old nerd, a 25-year-old nerd. Well, gonna be 20. Anyway, long story. Have a great evening. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you believe in. May your days be bright. And remember, don't be fake or hollow. It's how the world ends.